Well, hello there, motherfuckers. Now, I turned on the news today and I saw something very disturbing. Um, in Iraq, there's been bombings, there's been insurgent attacks, and now there's an outcry for the U.S. to once again get involved in Iraq. And to this, I say, you've got to be fucking kidding me. And Obama is weighing his options. Haven't we done enough damage over there? Haven't we had things fall apart enough? We're gonna go back in there, a place where we don't belong. Police the state one more time. And this is incredible. I mean, this has nothing to do with us. Nothing. This has nothing to do with the American people. The only thing that it has to do with us is that, we caused more problems over there, if anything. Now, I know Obama gave a speech when we got the fuck out of Iraq, saying that, we built that country, we made it more sustainable. Do you remember that? No, so do I. Well, look. Look. Why is that story happening today, and why are we talking about going over there? And they're talking about airstrikes. Airstrikes. Man, when are we ever gonna learn here to keep out of this shit? And, this is the funny thing. And this really goes out to everybody. The whole country was screaming and pleading with people, except Obama. Except him. He's going to turn things around. He's going to make things great. And I was just sitting back saying to myself, come on. He's a politician. Why do you think that he'd be any different than anybody else? Just because he's a Democrat and Bush was a Republican, you really think that he's going to be that much better? Then as time was going on and we really weren't seeing much change, we were just seeing things getting worse, like signing off on the Patriot Act again, things like that. And privacy getting taken away even more and more than under Bush. And people were like, oh, well, Bush made a big mess in there. We got to just give him time. Oh, we're giving him time and he's making things worse. Well, this is a bit odd. This is probably the weirdest improvements I've ever seen in my life. But people still insisted because Obama said that, we need to have hope. So let's listen to the politician. Let's listen to the guy who's backed by major corporations, who's basically a paid spokesman. Who's a paid spokesman. He might as well be working for Bob's Furniture. Seriously, because he is pretty much paid to say half the shit that he says. And people said, have hope. And I was just, at this time in 2008, younger, dumber, and still wiser than half of you to know that that shit was garbage. I mean, this is the problem, especially with people nowadays. Why are you so gullible when there is so much bullshit out there and it's so obvious? Why are you so gullible? This is just, even in social situations, I have to say, people believe everything they hear. Here's a word of advice, and this is about to turn into an advice video at the same time. Consider everything to be bullshit until it is proven to be fact. This philosophy will help you a lot in life, let me tell you. Just consider it to be bullshit before you even buy into part of it at all. You have to, what is this? Check your facts. Why do you think in school they have you do works-cited pages for MLA research papers in college? Why? To make sure that the shit is factual. And still, you could go to school, you could get a degree, and you still don't know anything. Well, that doesn't mean anything. Something. I have an associate's degree, but it still does not matter even if you have a bachelor's degree over me, because I have seen people with master's degrees that are fucking stupid, and they will buy into anything, and that's the thing. College teaches you to be open-minded. You're taught about a lot of things. Sure, you're indoctrinated a little bit, but you're taught a lot of things to think more open-mindedly. That is the whole reason why there's so many discussions and all that. And even if you never stepped inside a university, a community college, or what have you, you know, you're watching TV, even playing video games. You're still exposed to certain forms of media, and these things make you think, especially things nowadays. They make you think, they make you be more open-minded. But even with all these avenues of thought, why are people so close-minded? And I'm bringing this up because it just shows with Obama the fact that everybody got behind him, and now look where we're at. Now, of course, we would have been in the same situation with McCain or Romney. Things would have been the same exact way, no different. And you know this, and still, if you really think any other way, then once again, you have to go by what I said. You're bullshitting yourself. You really are. Do you not see trends? People just don't seem to see the trends in life. You don't see how things just get progressively worse or stay the same. They never seem to get better. Does anybody even notice that? They can make 1,000 excuses. They can bullshit things. They can get on the news. You see goofballs out there now saying that the economy's improving. Well, why are so many people still unemployed? Why is there no jobs available? Why? There doesn't seem to be any new job opportunities out there. So, why? Why do people still buy into this? And that's what I'm saying. People, Obama got out there, didn't give any specifics, talked about hope, 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 and you people believed in it because he was a charismatic speaker. And, it's just brainwashing. You people are very easy to brainwash. You really are. It really does not take a lot to brainwash people nowadays. It really doesn't. It really does not at all. I mean, you could just say a little something that's inspiring. It doesn't have to be specific. They don't even have to try that hard. They don't really even have to delve that deep into the vocabulary pool and pull out any big words or terms. Just a word as simple as hope was able to fool everybody into thinking that, oh, maybe this guy's different. No, he's the same thing as Bush, if not worse. We still have the same problems, and things have gotten progressively worse. Since then, things have only gotten worse. So I really, really fail to see, where everybody's support is coming from. Now, I think pretty much now, at least from what I see on YouTube, most people see that Obama is a failure. But, still, there's people out there that have their own ideas about things. And the thing is, it's like, come on. You have to realize in this current state of things, nothing is really going to get better. It's only going to get worse because there's no improvements. Look at Congress. They're barely even working. A 3-day work week. So how is anything supposed to be improving when Congress barely works? And really, if you want to look at things in the more traditional sense of how things are supposed to work, the president really isn't that important. It's really more about Congress than anything. They still have to vote on it. It's just the president who signs it into law or vetoes it. Sort of the president seems worthless. He's just a puppet, like I said, a spokesman, a figurehead. It's just, you guys are very gullible. You believe what you want. Just like you thought, like, this healthcare, shit was going to it was going to be the saving grace. People thought they were never going to have to work again under Obama. We heard this. We heard it 1,000 times. We were going to be taken care of. And that did not happen. No one would have to pay for college. Oh, you remember that one too? Well, what happened? Anyway, people, there's really not a lot to say here. I'll just have to leave you on that note. please, do not be bullshitted. When you hear something that is too good to be true or might be bullshit, do yourself a favor. Think about it. Get deep in the thought. That's why we were given brains. Brains that are capable of producing thoughts. Our minds. They're capable of a lot of amazing things. But if we don't use them, if we don't delve into the deeper cores of our mind, we're never going to get anywhere. We're never going to progress. And we can't count on politicians, the hope of politicians, because this is the thing at the end of the day. And I'm going to end this video. A politician, is a lot like somebody running for school president. You know how they promise you soda machines, everyone's going to get free candy? It's a lot like that. It's bullshit. They are saying what they have to say to get elected. Of course, they're going to say things pleasing to your ear, pleasing to your mind. You know, they're going to look the part. They're going to please your eye, please your ears, please your mind. You know, so think about that. Think about when you were in elementary school and you heard, you know, the person running for class, school president, saying that he was going to give you soda machines and shit like that. And, you know, and then when you got older, you were like, oh, that was a crock of shit. Think about it in the same way when it comes to politicians. For God fucking sakes, the future depends on it. Because you're just going to keep on supporting, and, you know, these people are going to keep getting elected. And, you know, this is just how it's always been. People are just gullible. Gullible motherfuckers. All right.